Hey everybody, back again. Happy to return. I've been on in a while. My last episode was in November, which was the potato leek soup. I've been busy. If you notice the background, I have a new setup, so I moved. That was kind of what preoccupied my time the last 2 months. It's just the hassle of packing, moving, and unpacking. So it's been about 2 months or more of just getting settled in and comfortable. So I'm back. Glad to be back. First of all, I hope everybody's safe. I know there's a lot going on. We're all quarantined, and it's important that everyone's safe and healthy first. I know it's a serious thing, so hopefully we're all working through this the best we can, and we will. So that's how we do things here in America. But tonight I'm gonna do a traditional, simple go-to recipe: pork chops and rice. I'm sure your mother, your grandmother's made this, or they still make it. Great dish. Takes about a good hour or so. I would plan an hour and a half by the time for prep and all that, so it's a good weekend or kind of quarantine meal. So not going anywhere, get some tunes, you can cook and have a good meal. So main ingredients: I got 2 pork chops. I get the bone in, and I would recommend getting bone in at the store because it helps keep the meat from drying out when it cooks. The bone actually kind of marinates as it cooks. You can get the boneless, whatever you prefer, but the bone's a little better, bone in. I got some rice we'll cook with it. Always, the secret is mushroom soup. That kind of makes the sauce. And then I have some big baby carrots I'm gonna roast on the side. So anyway, let's get cooking, and we'll enjoy what we do, which is eating. Okay, getting ready to get started. We're gonna do the prep now. Over in the cooktop now. Got my new setup, brand new stove. Love it, it's gas. So back to my gas cooking, which is great. So much better to control the cooking. It's a Wi-Fi, it's great, so I can turn on through my phone, the oven and that, not the actual cooktop. And it's got the center cook plate, so I can do pancakes, for chicken, bacon and sausage and that. So first step is, first you have to get yourself a good baking dish. And if you don't have one of these, I'm sure your mother or your grandmother has one. These things are great. Ceramic, it's got the glass lid. I actually read an article. These things are like, even though this could be my grandmother's, it could be 50 years old, 40 years old. These things are worth money now. They cook so great. They're evenly. You can do lasagnas in them, but it's great for a dish that's kind of slow cooked. So with the pork chops and rice. So start with our rice. So I got some rice. This is actually jasmine rice. So I'm gonna do. I got 2 pork chops, so probably consume about a half a cup of rice for pork chops. So that's, I'm gonna do just a little over a cup, should be good. Obviously if you want more, you can make more. So put the rice in and just kind of like even on the bottom. Then we got our pork chops. First thing is, make sure, always got to season, right? Salt and pepper. So just salt and pepper, nothing fancy. You can add a little more seasonings, but don't want to over season this dish. There's a lot of seasoning or salt in the soup mix, so keep that in mind. So again, salt, pepper both sides. I did wash my hands too, and we're all being cautious about that. Wash our hands. So okay, season your pork chops, and then just place them right on top of the rice. Give them a little space. Don't cram them in too deep. They won't cook very well. But so 2 is perfect for that dish. Okay, pork chops are in. I did wash my hands, so pork tap. Don't want to cross-contaminate. Touch the raw pork, and then just always good to be conscious of what you're touching with your hands. Now the sauce is just traditional. I use Campbell's cream mushroom soup. This is the condensed soup. So if you were going to cook this to eat, you would add water to it. So put the whole can in. Just kind of make sure you smother the pork chops in it. I mean, it'll kind of disperse on its own when it cooks, but it's always best to kind of layer your food properly. So what this does is, cooks through the pork chops, and then it also cooks the rice. The rice is raw, so that's kind of the most important step, is make sure the rice is cooked. But it's kind of like magic. This all cooks together. Again, just scoop it all out. It's kind of thick and gooey, but it helps to have a rubber spatula. All right, the soup is on top of the rice and the pork chops, and then I'm gonna just add some water. I got here just about 2 cups. I'm not sure if I put all this in, but kind of wanted to, that's a little over a cup. Just call it a 1.5 cups for now. We can add more if it goes. Just keep an eye on when it's cooking so it doesn't dry out. And then just let that sit. And then what I'm gonna do at the end, just for now, just put some parsley on top. A little bit of color, a little extra flavor. You could use fresh toward the end, but I have dried, so we'll go with that. Put the lid on it. Oven preheated at 350, so we're gonna go into the oven. And it takes about at least an hour or so. So just gonna hang out, get a beverage, enjoy some tunes. So, all right, in the oven. And then let that go, and then we'll check back in a bit, and we'll do our carrots in a bit too. The carrots don't take quite as long, so. All right, we'll be back. So one good thing to hobby while you're waiting for cooking is do one of these things. Working on this piece for, I think I started earlier in the week, so about 2/3 through it, probably more than that. I'm stuck in all the little tree limbs and leaves, and so anyway, here's the finished picture. So my goal is to get this done this weekend. So again, while the pork chops are in, see if I can get a few more pieces together. So stand by. All right, back. It's been cooking for a little over a half hour, 35 minutes or so. I can start to smell it. So that's a good sign. You know, you start smelling your food that things are happening. So get take it out to take a peek. I don't think it's cooked yet, but always good to check on your food and make sure there's no issues. So, all right, got a little bubbling going, and the soup is starting to congeal a bit. Just gonna smooth out what's on top. Gonna just lift up, make sure the rice is cooking through. So yeah, it's still got a little ways to go. So I'm gonna just add a little bit more water to it. Make sure it doesn't dry out. And back in the oven, and probably another, I don't know, at least 20 minutes. So again, I said an hour. I would guess more than close to 2 hours in this recipe. So adjust for that. All right, we'll be back. All right, just checked the pork chops again. They've been in a full hour, so get in there. Put the pork chops and make sure the rice is cooked through and the pork chops are tender. So just let it go. Again, plan 2 hours at least for this. So a little longer than I anticipated at the beginning of the video, but that's how it goes. So I think we get my carrots ready going now. So I got some baby carrots, got to put them in a little baking dish. And just add a little butter to the pan. And one thing I always, you can see in my other videos, is whenever I do carrots is some dill. A little dill weed, just a little bit, pretty pungent, so a little bit goes a long way. All right, cover some foil, put in the oven, and these take about a good 20 minutes too to cook through, so try to time anything with the pork chops, so hang tight. Oh, by the way, I've done about 10 pieces on the puzzle, so I'm getting through this. All right, I'm back. Again, it's been a good hour and a half on the pork chops. Carrots have been in it for 20 minutes. I think we're good, so I'm gonna start pulling out the dishes. There you go. You can see it's all kind of bubbly and, here, let me, rice is cooked. You get the nice sauce from the soup. Pork chops should be tender. If you want them more tender, you can cook them more. I'm gonna check out the carrots. Carrots can be stubborn, but All right, now best part, start plating up. Got a couple rolls in the oven too, so. I'm hungry, so. Two pork chops. And you just shovel that rice right on. Again, don't careful not to burn yourself. All right, final steps. Let's plate the carrots. And voila, there you go. Pork chops and rice, good hearty meal. Gonna eat good. All right, thanks everybody. We'll put this up and take care. Peace.